Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be showing you how to do winged eyeliner for hooded eyes. So this may not be the way you do it for your hooded eyes, but it's the way I do it, and I really hope that this is useful, because I do often find that when you're sort of flicking through Instagram and you see all these perfect winged liners on these girls, it's hard to sort of realise that with a hooded lid, especially if one is, my one is this one, especially if one is less even than the other and is slightly more hooded than the other, you can run into problems when it comes to winged liner. And in my personal opinion, I don't think it's quite possible to do the exact style of winged liner that you do generally see on Instagram. That is fine to do for people who do not have hooded eyes and have like a lot of lid space to deal with. But if you do have hooded eyes, check out this tutorial, because I think that this is the way to get as close to as possible to sort of fake a non-hooded eye, if that makes sense. If you enjoyed this look, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button below. That'd be really awesome. I'll be so thankful. Okay, so first you're going to want to define the crease of your eye, because with hooded lids, you can see like that this bit is sort of almost overlap. If I completely relax my face, it really like overlaps. So with a hooded lid, what you want to do is almost fake the crease a little bit more, and so to define it, I'm going to take a brownish shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I'm going to go in with Raw Sienna, and then I'm going to place that into the socket of the eye, so basically where your eye crease is. So now you've defined a crease where there wasn't one. Well, there is, but with a hooded lid, you just can't see it as much. So now I'm going to go in with a blending brush, and I'm going to blend that. And you want to bring it out so that it doesn't go past your eye, the end of your eyebrow, but as near as possible. It feels really weird for me not doing a voiceover. It's actually quite daunting when you're talking. Okay, so now that we have defined the crease, we're gonna get rid of the fluff on our lid. Okay, so now I'm just going to use a liquid liner. It can be any liquid liner that you like. At the moment, I'm really feeling this one. Now we're going to start mapping out where the wing should be. So with a hooded lid, you don't really have the luxury of looking down and doing your winged liner, because if you do that, it will look perfect while you're looking down. But as soon as you look up, that's when you're going to get that weird bendy flick rather than what you actually want it to look like. So if you can look straight ahead to map out your liner, it's going to help you so much more. So I'm looking into a mirror literally directly ahead of me here. Oh wow, that lighting is so bad. Let's fix this. So I'm going to follow the line of my lash line as if it were to carry on going. So as if it were going to carry on going upward. Map out that flick. You can see that the line is not quite the same as when my eyebrows are slightly raised. So what you want to make sure is that when you do completely relax your face, that the line is still straight and it's not curving. If it is, then with your face relaxed, just go over that line. And don't worry if it's not like perfect, because you can always go in with concealer afterwards. So now that you've got your line there, and you know that when you've completely relaxed your face, it's not going to look curved and it's actually going to look straight. You then want to start bringing it in. Now you can decide where you want your wing to come in from. I don't want it to come all the way from the top because that's going to make quite a dramatic wing. I'm going to bring in my wing from around the midway mark. So just like that. Now with a hooded lid, your lines are not going to look perfect as you're drawing them on, but the whole point is that you want, so as I look down you can see that those lines look crazy, but when I look up it looks like the wing is starting to take shape. So what you want to do is you want to map out the wing with your face relaxed. Now do not worry, because when you look down it's going to look crazy, but we're going to fix that. So with my face relaxed, I'm just going to map it out and make sure that it looks like a wing. Keep checking back to make sure that when your face is relaxed that the wing still looks decent, and we're going to fill in that bit there. So, face relaxed and looking forward, the wing is looking like a winged eyeliner. Don't worry about the edges because we're going to clear that up with concealer. But so now, when we do look down, we just want to join these up, but don't curve them too much because that's a mistake a lot of people make, and then it ends up looking not right. So it almost looks like a little step. Right, so now that we've joined the dots and we've got the winged liner on the end looking like an actual winged liner, we're now just going to go over the lash line but with a very thin line. Don't make it too big because then it goes a little bit Amy Winehouse. Unless of course that's the look you're going for. And now we're going to just join those together. Now don't worry about it looking too perfect and too neat yet, because we're going to go over it with a black eyeshadow. I'm going to be using MAC's Carbon, and that's going to set the liner, and it also is going to allow you to be more precise around the edges. So now I'm going to go in with MAC's Carbon, if I can open the palette. So I'm going to use this, like you could use any matte black eyeshadow that you like. I like this one because it doesn't smudge too much, and I think that's really something that you need for a hooded eye. And I'm just using this MAC 266 angled brush. And also flick it out just a little bit. And then now to make it even more precise, because as you can see I've made a bit of a mess with the carbon, I'm going to take another angled brush. This is an Illamasqua one, and I'm just going to go in with a bit of concealer. Now I'm just going to go back in with the liquid liner to neaten up some of the wing. So now I know this is a really weird tip, but because I think it's really impossible to actually truly see what the wing looks like by doing this when your eyes are closed or you're looking down, I find it quite helpful to take a selfie. So hold your phone in front of you, look down, take a picture, and just have a look and see what that looks like. To me, I think it's fine. Yes, you can see the step, but you're always going to see some kind of step in a hooded eyelid with a winged liner. If not, it would just, you'll end up making the wing like bigger and bigger and bigger, and it will end up looking a bit strange. And also, if you've used too much concealer on the top because it smudged a bit or you had to correct something, I just go in with like a really tiny little brush with this exact same shade of eyeshadow that you had put in the crease, and I just go over it. Then I'm also going to take the same shade of eyeshadow that I've used on the top, and I'm going to apply that to my lower lashes. Not my lower lashes, my lower lash line. Then I'm going to apply some mascara to my bottom lashes. I love this. It is by Clinique, and it's a bottom lash mascara. I don't know what the official name is. What's it called? Bottom lash mascara. For once, I got something right. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes. Ooh. And then I'm going to use the Force Lash Architect 4 Dimension by L'Oreal. This eye is actually slightly more hooded than this one. It's actually quite a lot more hooded than this one. So it's gonna seem like there's like a thicker wing, but you just kind of wanna have to try and balance them up as much as possible so that it works for the more hooded eye. So I'm just going, I probably should have done this one first actually, it's just that my camera angle was easier to do this one. So I'm going to fix this one to be as perfect as possible, and then I might have to add to this one. Okay, so now we can see that when I look straight ahead, they look the same, but when I look down, they don't, and this one has much more of a step here than this one, and that's because this eye is so much more hooded when I completely relax my face. So what we're going to do to make it look okay when we look down is I'm just going to add more of that step to this eye. Forgot to mention that I like to extend the liner from here to here just with the eyeshadow because I find it can look a bit too intense with the liquid liner. now I can conceal under my eyes, and I'm going to be using the Illamasqua Skin Base Foundation. If you guys watch my videos, you'll know that I always love using it as concealer, and this is in the shade 3.5. Then I'm going to wet a beauty blender with, this is the Mario Badescu Skincare Facial Spray. I would normally set this with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, but my skin's going through like a really weird dry phase at the moment, and it just makes it look really cakey and horrible. I just don't think it really needs powder at the moment. Of highlighter to complete my look, I'm using the Iconic London Shimmer Palette, and I'm going to be using this shade here, Bright and Lift. Then I just want a really natural lip, so I'm going to be using the Convertible Colour by Stila in Tulip. I literally love this. If you were watching my previous video, I just in love with it. It's so nice on the lips and also on the cheeks, especially for spring, summer. Guys, I just love it. It's so nice and like so natural. It's also really buildable. You could obviously add lashes as well to this look, but yeah, I'm feeling a more natural day. Plus, my lashes seem to be getting really long since I've been taking some supplements and stuff. So yeah, I think today is going to be a natural lash. So this is the finished look for my winged eyeliner for hooded eyes tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope it was helpful for you guys. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and thumbs up. See you next time.